If you thought your neighbours were bad, spare a thought for the residents of Park Orchards in Melbourne who woke up to this giant gesture one morning last August.
The so-called neighbour from hell chainsawed the sculpture and put it on his front lawn as a warning to his street after a string of altercations. Now, he has been charged $10,700 for his bad behaviour, which also included assault, failure to turn off his stereo and removing trees on his property without a permit.
So how should we deal with a nasty neighbour like that? Joining us now is the Director of the Dispute Settlement Centre of Victoria, Neil Twist. Neil, hi there. Now, how often does something, we don't see this extreme very often, but how often does something like this happen?
That is an extreme case. At the Dispute Settlement Centre we get about 17,000 calls a year for advice over disputes, ranging from fences, trees and noise. We handle about 1,700 disputes a year through our trained mediators at the Dispute Settlement Centre.
Oh, OK. Without naming names, what are some of the worst cases you've heard, and is the giant finger one of them?
That would certainly be an extreme case, and as you've said, it landed in court. Our aim with the matters that we handle is to get to them well before they get to the court stage and before neighbours start doing extreme things, and try to resolve the disputes between neighbours well before it gets to court.
Gee, you're getting a lot of complaints through there. What are some of the most common ones?
Most commonly, neighbours complain about fences, what height the fence is, what material it's made of, as well as trees, either the planting of trees or the taking down of trees, and noise is another common factor.
If we have an issue with a neighbour, how should we go about it? I'm thinking a giant finger isn't the best way.
No, it's probably not. What we advise people is to think clearly about what you want and how to approach your neighbour. Always be prepared to listen to what your neighbour has to say and the other side of the story. That often changes perspective. And the third thing is it's very important to try and stay calm, which is often the most difficult thing in a dispute. If you're really at sea, seek advice from an organisation like the Dispute Settlement Centre, and we're available on the web by simply googling disputes.vic.gov.
Neil, how bad does this stuff have to get before people resort to calling the police in on this?
We always advise that as soon as people are concerned about their safety, that they call the police. It depends on each individual, but definitely if people are concerned about their safety, they should ring the police and get advice from the police.
In the UK, what's happening there? They're fast-tracking moves to evict anti-social neighbours. Can bad neighbours be evicted in Australia?
In Australia, if you own your own home, you can't be evicted. Tenants, however, are a different story. If you're renting a house and you're engaged in illegal activity, it's a different story because you don't own the home. But homeowners can't be evicted.
All right, Neil, thank you very much for running through that.
Thank you,
with
Neil.
us this morning. Affects a lot of people.
Thank you.
I can see why, Neil, you'd be a good mediator. You're very calm. Isn't he? Like very calm.
We might put you on our speed dial.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
What are you doing between 9 and 11:30 most days, Neil?
Because we've got the producer in this ear, we can have you in this
happy to help.
Yeah. Thank you, Neil. Thanks very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I do need you to know that middle finger statue I made for you, I did make out of recycled shopping bags. I didn't cut down any trees for that. I didn't want you to get
That's good news.
Yeah. Coming up soon for you, why